In this video, I'm going to share how to write better Instagram captions. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, and if you struggled at all with Instagram captions, how to write captions, why is a caption important, I'm going to share so many of my favorite tips, tools, and strategies to take your Instagram to the next level. Let's go. Tip number 1, have a hook. Okay, this is really important. I often find that a lot of folks will spend a lot of time on their post, on their reel, and it'll look great, and then they'll post it, and then the wording that they have is just kind of blasé. So when you have a hook is really kind of those first few words really in your caption that is underneath your video, your reel, your post. So you want to grab someone's attention, right? Oftentimes I'll say something like stop scrolling, or did you know this? Or if your video is about a specific topic, you can have that topic right in the beginning. For example, if I have a video about 3 Instagram tips for realtors, that might be my first sentence, like 3 hot Instagram tips for realtors, right? If you are creating a video about the 3 biggest mistakes every first-time home buyer makes, lead with that. We want to lead kind of with something that's going to get people to stop scrolling. Keep in mind, when people are on Instagram, what are they doing? They've got their phone and they're scrolling, they're scrolling, they're scrolling. So we want to be thumb stopping in the news feed. And when you're scrolling, you usually only see the first sentence or 2. So have a hook, something that's going to grab someone's attention. Sometimes I have said, stop scrolling, or did you know this, or I can't believe this, or you won't believe this, or I have to share this with you, right? So the more you do it, the easier it gets, but have some sort of hook. That's really important. You can also add emojis. A lot of times I'll use like the fire emoji or the stop sign emoji or a couple different emojis. Emojis help to kind of stand out and really grab someone's attention. Much better than, like for example, if you've got a post about a listing, it shouldn't be just listed 4 bedroom, 2. That's not going to get me to stop scrolling, right? So if you've got a property listing, maybe it's you won't believe this, or breathtaking views, right? Something that's going to kind of pull me in versus just listed, right? You can also think about your hook almost like the headline to an article. When you're scrolling and you read an article, something's going to jump out to you, right? Kind of like the cover of a book, something jumps out to you. So we want to start thinking about that and have a hook. Really important. Tip number 2, use storytelling. So if your posts on Instagram are related to a property, an open house, if they are related to your local community, if they're related to maybe giving a shout out to a local business, maybe you're sharing an informative tip about first-time homebuyers or investors, don't just tell us the facts, right? I can find the facts anywhere, but storytelling is one way to really grab someone's attention. The way to tell a great story is to think about the why. So the facts of a new listing might be new listing, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, open Sunday 1 to 4, right? But what if we change that up and said breathtaking views? Or what if we change that up and said, you won't believe what I saw when I first walked through the front door of this home? And then we go into it with kind of a story. We could say, when my clients first bought this home, one of the things they loved the most was this backyard pool. And I know once you take a peek, you're absolutely going to love it. This is new to the market. If you'd like more information, send me a message below. Do you see how that kind of draws you in? We tend to lean in when we hear a story. And oftentimes with Instagram and social media, we think we have to share everything in the post versus just grab someone's attention. And the goal is for someone to say, yeah, I'd like more information. Can you send that to me? Right? So we want to start with a hook to get people to stop scrolling, and then think about, is there a story? And especially with a listing, if you're stuck, ask your clients, hey, when you moved here, what did you love the most about your home? What did you love most about your area? And they'll tell you, and it's a great way to incorporate that into your storytelling. You can also do this with, maybe you're highlighting a local business. You can say, gosh, the first time I walked into this coffee shop, I knew this was a different coffee shop than any other coffee shop I've ever walked into, right? Or restaurant, or whoever you're highlighting. So there's that old adage, you kind of think about the who, what, where, why, and how. We don't have to necessarily structure our Instagram content that way, but if we can take a step back and go and think about the why, think about the emotional piece of what we're sharing, that's going to make a big difference, right? I know a lot of folks follow me who love animals. You're a dog lover or a cat lover. If you go to a dog park, it's not just, hey, check out this great dog park. Who cares, right? But maybe it's, I'm a dog mom, and finding the best dog park to meet other dog moms is so important. And we think about the why, right? So think about the why. By the way, if you found value so far in this video, we would absolutely love, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell button. We have new videos like this that come out each and every week. All right, let's get on with some more tips for Instagram for captioning your Instagram posts. Tip number 3, add a call to action and hashtags. So it was kind of 2 tips in one, but both are really important. So we've got your hook, we've got something that's gonna stop the scroll. Then we've got a little bit of a story, a little bit of something that's gonna draw people in. And then at the end, we wanna have some sort of call to action. Now, the big mistake a lot of people make with call to action, especially in real estate, is they'll say, hey, if you're looking to buy or sell, contact me today, right? That's a big ask. The call to action on an Instagram post should be really simple. What are people doing when they're on Instagram? Well, they're on Instagram. Most likely, they're not gonna leave Instagram. They're not gonna leave Instagram to email you. They're not gonna call you. They're not gonna go to your website. Every once in a blue moon, maybe, right? So we wanna keep it really simple. A lot of times with my posts, my call to action is, hey, what do you think? Like and comment below. Or if you're sharing something informative, maybe you're sharing something really helpful, you might say, what are your thoughts? Like and comment below, and save this post for the future. Maybe you're sharing something inspirational or something funny. You might go, hey, what do you think? Like and comment and share this. It might sound funny, but you have to tell people what you want them to do at the end of the post. And by giving them a little bit of a prompt, it encourages them to do what you want them to do, right? Now, is a like and a comment and a share, is that going to automatically turn it into more business tomorrow? No, but remember, part of the strategy with Instagram is it's about relationship building, because real estate's all about relationships, and relationships are built with every small like, comment, share over the course of time. It's just like real life. In real life, you meet someone for the first time, you run into them at the grocery store, you realize your kids go to the same school, you see them again, then you become Facebook friends, you build this relationship. And the same thing happens with Instagram. So with your captions, you've got your great piece of content, whether it's a graphic, a photo, a reel. The caption though, it's like the cherry on top. So you've got your stop the scroll, your hook, a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of the why of why people should read, and then your call to action. What do you the easiest call to action, I think, is what do you think? Or do you agree or disagree? Like and comment, save this post, share this post. Keep it really, really simple. Give people just 1 or 2 things to do. Don't make it overly complicated. And then hashtags. Hashtags are still relevant. I know there's a lot of conversation on how are hashtags important, yes or no. I recommend using 5 to 10 hashtags. You can use up to 30, but use 5 to 10 hashtags, and your hashtag should be related to what you're talking about. So if you are a real estate agent in Denver, as an example, your hashtag should be something like real estate agent in Denver, or moving to Denver, or Denver rocks, or mistakes people make when moving to Denver. So think about what your post is about. Have a few hashtags that are related to that post. Hashtags ultimately are to help Instagram tell Instagram who should see your post, right? If you don't have hashtags, they're kind of guessing of who is the most appropriate person to see your content. Okay, so those 3 things make a big difference. I'll give you a little bit of a bonus tip. A lot of times I will write up my captions on my computer. I will write them out on a Google document, and that way I can access them easily right on my phone. I also use later.com as well as Facebook Business Suite for a lot of my content. So I really like with Later or Facebook Business Suite, I can write it out on my computer and then I can access all of that right on my phone. So that's one of the beautiful things about Instagram. I had someone also reach out to me recently about captions for Reels. One of the nice things, especially if you have a Mac, is if you're writing out captions on your computer, you can copy those and paste them over to your Reels on your phone. They work really seamlessly together. But if you don't have a Mac, you can also do that with Google Documents. You can write out your caption in a Google document, open that Google document on your phone, copy, paste, and put that right into Reels. So lots of options, but look, the bottom line is don't sleep on captions. If you don't feel like you're getting a lot of traction on Instagram and you're engaging with people and you're posting consistently and you feel like your content's pretty good, you might take a look at your captions. So having those 3 things, the hook, the storytelling, the call to action, and the hashtags, that's the recipe for success. Okay, if you're struggling with Instagram at all in terms of content, I would invite you to download our free Insta Guide. Go to katielance.com/Insta Guide, especially if you're in real estate. This is for you. It's chock full of ideas when it comes to growing your Instagram if you are a real estate professional. All right, I would love to hear from you. Are you active on Instagram? Yes or no? And if you are, please drop your handle below so we can follow each other, so I can connect with you over there. I would absolutely love to connect with you over on the gram. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. We have new videos like this each and every week. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon, and I'll see you on the gram.